I take full responsibility for what I'm about to show you. My friends, I am responsible for Cleveland Brown leaving Family Guy. And, well, they're not really doing the Cleveland show anymore. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm not serious. But you may have seen the outright absurdity of all of these actors being like, I'm a voice actor for a cartoon where the character doesn't match my race, therefore I can't do the voice. Wow. Wow, man. I've jokingly brought up the guy from Family Guy. The dude who voices Cleveland Brown in Family Guy is a white guy and Cleveland Brown is black. And I've jokingly mentioned it in the past. But something interesting happened. Now that we're seeing this big, identitarian wave sweep across the left in this country as the American left becomes overtly identitarian, we're seeing people quit their jobs. And here was the story. Here's why I say take responsibility. Bear with me. It's funny. Jenny Slate says she will no longer voice Missy on Netflix Big Mouth. Black characters on an animated show should be played by black people. I mean, for the most part, I think that's fine. I mean, I really don't care. But here's what I said. LOL, now do Family Guy and the Cleveland show. I didn't mean it, everybody. I didn't mean to make it happen, but it happened. Mike Henry tweets, it's been an honor to play Cleveland on Family Guy for 20 years. I love this character, but persons of color should play characters of color. Therefore, I will be stepping down from the role. You can't revoice Cleveland Brown. What are you going to do? You're going to get rid of him? That's crazy. Come on, man. Now, to be fair, Big Mouth is an awful show. What is wrong with these people? Do you know what Big Mouth is about? I don't even want to say what it's about. That show is nasty. It's about kids doing adult things, to say the least. How that got picked up and put on Netflix, I got no idea. But I think it's a gross show. So, hey, that's just me. But okay, Family Guy's got their edgy humor. When I said this, I posted this tweet. People were telling me like, stop, no, don't do it. Well, I couldn't help but carry on and bring up more. So I assure you, I will accept full responsibility in the future if more people step down from their roles. But I'll be honest, the next bits are jokes. And then we'll get to the actual news about what's going on with these people dropping out. Take a look at this tweet. What is this? Alison Brie regrets voicing Asian American character in BoJack Horseman. I tweeted, as we enter a new world of acting where you can only play yourself, I will be compiling a list of people who basically just play themselves and will be safe. Vince Vaughn, Ryan Reynolds, Adam Sandler. Please add more to the replies. The joke is, if you can't actually be an actor anymore, and the only thing you can do is just be yourself, but with some weird story that's been fictionalized, then who's going to survive, okay? No, you can't voice a character. Okay, Vince Vaughn will do good. He basically plays himself. Ryan Reynolds basically plays himself, and Adam Sandler as well. Now, Ryan Reynolds, he really does basically play himself, but he's awesome. Okay, so he's awesome. So I mean no disrespect. I think he's fantastic. They're all fantastic. That's the joke, right? All right, let's actually just get to the news. The Simpsons will stop using white actors to voice non-white characters. There's one. We have the Mike Henry will stop voicing Cleveland Brown. The BoJack Horseman story, where Alison Brie will not voice this. What's the character's name? Diane Nguyen. And now we get to the why. Why is this happening? Why white voice actors are quitting non-white TV roles. You're going to love this one. I hope you're ready to laugh at absurdity. It's going to be good. Check this one out. They say, the entertainment world has seen a spate of high-profile casting changes with Kristen Bell and Jenny Slate both quitting their roles as mixed-race characters. Meanwhile, The Simpsons has announced the show will not use white actors to voice non-white characters any longer. How about you get a Scottish actor to voice Willie? We'll just make sure everything's clean, right? With many conversations around how Hollywood and show business handle race and racial inequality, no doubt still to be had. Here's what the shows and the actors have said about these casting shakeups. Racial inequality and systemic racism at the forefront. We know why, because of, Black Lives Matter. Comedian Lee Francis, aka Keith Lemon, apologized for his depictions of black celebrities in his show Bo Selecta. Comedian Lee Francis, aka Keith Lemon, apologized for his depictions of black celebrities in his show Bo Selecta. The likes of Ant and Dec and Jimmy Fallon have apologized for donning blackface in the past, And shows like Community and Scrubs have episodes which feature blackface pulled from streaming platforms. And to be fair, there's a really funny joke going around where it's apparently like every sitcom in the 2000s to 2010s, for some reason, had to make a joke about blackface being offensive. Now they've all pulled them. Now, the newest shift is how the industry evaluates the way in which it deals with race appears to be focused on the casting of voice actors. I just want to jump straight to, I don't care about Big Mouth, that show's gross, but Kristen Bell, I believe, is truly the funniest thing here. Take a look at this. Kristen's former character, Molly. First of all, I absolutely hate the show Bob's Burgers. Yes, I must say it. I just cannot stand that show for one reason. I really hate shows about losers, man. That's just me. You can like Bob's Burgers. I don't. The show is about an absolute failure for the most part. I mean, look, the guy's got a family. He's got a bunch of kids. Good for him. He owns his own burger shop. He's pretty successful, but he just fails so much. It is painful to watch such a loser go about losing. That's why I don't like Bob's Burgers. Anyway, there's a new show from the creators of Bob's Burgers, and it's trying to be diverse. In the show, in order to be diverse, the main characters, I guess, are, it's a mixed race family. The father is black, the mother is white, and they have mixed race kids. Because of this, because of their actual attempt at diversity, Kristen Bell is dropping out of the show. I kid you not. What? Oh, man. There's no winning. You just can't win. Check it out. Imagine if they didn't do a diverse family, just had to be a white family. She'd have been fine. The show would carry on. They say the next day after the woman quit the role of Missy, actor Kristen Bell announced that she would no longer be playing a mixed-race character in the musical cartoon Central Park. The Disney alum said, "Playing the character of Molly on Central Park shows a lack of awareness of my pervasive privilege. Casting a mixed-race character with a white actress undermines the specificity of the mixed-race and Black American experience. It was wrong, and we, on the Central Park team, are pledging to make it right. I am happy to relinquish this role to someone who can give a much more accurate portrayal, and I will commit to learning, growing, and doing my part for equality and inclusion." Meanwhile, the team said in a joint statement, "We're committing to creating opportunities for people of color and black people in all roles on all our projects, behind the mic, in the writer's room, in production, and in post-production." Listen, I have no problem if moving forward you want to make sure that your characters are voiced by people who, I don't know, have that identity or whatever. I just think it's inherently awkward and raises a bunch of strange questions. Like the joke I made on Twitter is about SpongeBob SquarePants. So I think I got it wrong. People are saying they announced that he's a member of the LGBTQ community. I guess SpongeBob is considered asexual, and so but he's also Muslim. So the SpongeBob, I'm being serious, okay? The SpongeBob team posted a picture of SpongeBob celebrating Ramadan. I'm assuming that means SpongeBob is Muslim for the most part, 'cause I'm pretty sure they did a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah with SpongeBob too. But the joke is, you not seriously SpongeBob. People are saying like Tom Kenny, who voices SpongeBob, isn't a sponge, so he can't do this role. But there are questions about obesity. So the other joke I made is Dan Castellaneta, the voice of Homer Simpson, is himself a very thin man. Is it ableism to give the role of a fat man to a thin person? What about Peter Griffin, who's voiced by Seth MacFarlane? Well, you're not going to change these roles. What about Bart Simpson, who's 10 years old and voiced by Nancy Cartwright, who's an adult human female? Okay, what do we do? Where do we draw the line? Is ageism wrong? Is ableism wrong? Is fat shaming wrong? Where do we draw the line on what is or isn't appropriate in voice acting? Because listen, we got people who voice turtles and sharks and dogs. Seth MacFarlane also voices Brian. Should Brian be voiced by an actual dog? Get this. Dan Castellaneta does the barking for Santa's Little Helper on The Simpsons. Literally just the barking. Now, come on. Brian Griffin is a talking dog. He has a human voice. So maybe it makes sense for Seth MacFarlane to do that voice. But if you want to get nitpicky, how about you get an actual dog to bark for Santa's Little Helper on The Simpsons, considering Santa's Little Helper doesn't actually say words? I know the line that's well past what's considered normal. Obviously, no one cares if a human being is going to do the voice of a cartoon cat. But this will bring up more problems. Notably, what if there is an animal character that is supposed to have some kind of racial component to their anthropomorphism? You might have a character who's, I don't know, an old school blues musician And now you've got cultural appropriation, but maybe it's, I don't know, like a cheetah or something playing this. Are you then going to demand that this cultural representation be played by black people? Notably something like Lion King, which takes place in Africa. Now, obviously the lions are all African. Should they be played by African-American people? I honestly don't know. I don't know where the line is. I'll tell you this, we haven't found it yet. It's going to keep going. This to me is dumb. Okay? If you gave these roles to people, just carry on. And if in the future you want to change that, for new roles, just cast them. But for these people to quit is just, I throw up in my mouth a little bit. This is gross. These people are gross. I don't care for this, and I personally take offense at it. You know what? Fine. We're entering a world where nothing will make sense. I'll make sure if anyone ever offers me a voice acting role, I'll say, well, the character you've presented to me is actually an old white man, and I'm actually a young quarter Korean, part Japanese individual, so you're going to have to make a literal representation of me and my family and my life experiences. Otherwise, I won't play the character. I kid you not. When it comes to the BoJack Horseman story, they're actually saying the character was written to be too white. So what? You're literally just going to write a character that is the person? Well, whatever, man. Art was fun while it lasted. I'll leave it there. I got another segment coming up in a few minutes, and I will see you all shortly.